Let's join some paths here in Illustrator. So in my first example, I have this single open path. I'll select it, go up to Object, Path, Join, and Illustrator nicely closes off that path. In this second example, I have two separate open paths. I'll select both of them, and let's now try the keyboard shortcut, Command or Control J, which I'll do just now, and Illustrator connects those two open paths at their nearest endpoints. If I press the keyboard shortcut again, Illustrator now completely closes the path. I have an identical version of those two paths just here. So what if we wanted to get a little more specific about where the join happens? Let's say I wanted this endpoint to connect to this endpoint. Well, we just need to make a selection before running the join command. Now notice, when using the selection tool, we are selecting entire paths. Now I want to start selecting individual anchor points. So let's go and grab the direct selection tool. With that, I can select an individual point like so, hold down the Shift key, and select this anchor point just here. So with these 2 points selected, if I now press Command or Control J, I have successfully connected those paths, but in a very different way to what we were getting by default. Okay, let's now talk about averaging anchor points. I have here two identical pairs of paths. Let's select the first pair and press Command or Control J just to run the default join command. And no big surprises, we get a join showing up like so. Now yes, Illustrator was doing what we asked it to do, but I was kind of hoping for a nice sharp corner just here. So let's see if we can't achieve that on this example just here. So let's again go and grab the direct selection tool, and I'm going to select these 2 points just here, because we're now going to explore these averaging options. So if I go up to Object, Path, Average, we get this panel showing up just here with these 3 options just here. So let's start with horizontal, choose OK, and we can see those 2 anchor points have now been horizontally aligned. I'll undo that and reselect those 2. Let's try the keyboard shortcut now, Command Option J or Control Alt J. This is vertical. Those 2 anchor points are now vertically aligned. Again, undoing, reselecting, keyboard shortcut. Let's of course now try both, choosing OK, and those 2 anchor points now sit directly on top of each other. Actually, if I grab the selection tool, you can see that those 2 paths are still separate. I'll undo one step just now. It's just that those 2 anchor points now sit directly on top of each other. So if I now select both paths, Command or Control J to join, fantastic, we now get that nice sharp corner showing up that you would often want in many situations. So that's pretty much it there, guys. I would like to leave you with a quick bonus tip, however. Let's zoom in on this guy just over here. Now, when using the join command, you'll often end up with extra anchor points that you might want to get rid of to end up with some cleaner artwork. So with this object selected, if I switch to the direct selection tool, we can now see those individual anchor points showing up. Now in this case, we don't really need this guy or this guy. So a couple of ways you can get rid of them. One option is to just select them with the direct selection tool. Here in the properties panel, anchors, this first button just here, remove selected anchor points. I'll click on that, and those anchor points have been successfully removed. I'll undo that. Another option is to press P to bring up the pen tool, which we can find just over here. And with the pen tool active and an active path just here, if you hover over anchor points, you can see that little minus sign showing up against the icon. If I click and release just now, I'm able to remove points like so. So that's joining paths here in Illustrator. I hope that helps. Catch you later.